Hey guys, sorry I upload a lot. Oh well, better upload a lot than to never upload, right? Sorry if I also seem a little orange in the clip here. It's right next to my lamp. But yeah, anyway, we are focusing on this record. I did say I would review some more of In Flames albums. So yeah, and I did say I would review this in my last review, which was Nothing More, their self-titled album. But right here, we are taking a look at In Flames, the Jester Race. This is it. I gotta say, right off the bat, it's a fantastic album. Definitely one of my favorites from these guys. In Flames is also what I would consider one of my favorite bands ever, even though I got into them like last year. Yeah, can't believe it's been like a year since I've got into these guys. You know, that's hard to believe, but yeah. And the thing is, these guys never get old. That's the thing. Like, and that's why I would consider these guys one of my favorite bands, because typically when I get into a new band every year, I tend to get sick of that band, move on to something else, you know, the next year. Besides Demon Hunter, In Flames is the only band that I can listen to and never get sick of. And there's a few other bands too that I really like that I can't really get weary of, like Metallica and Soilwork. But anyways, let's get on with this review. Talking about the Jester Race, the sophomore album by In Flames. I think it might be their sophomore album. I don't know. Might be their third. I don't know. First came Lunar Strain, then Subterranean, then came the Jester Race. I believe this is the first album to feature, what's his name? Anders Frieden. So yeah, he's in the picture now. I also believe that they had the same drummer for a while, like mid 2016. They got rid of their drummer, or he left or something, and now they have Joe Rickard, who was formerly in a band called Red, who are also one of my favorite bands. You can hear that in Flames' newest album. You can really hear, it kind of sounds like Red, and it's produced by Howard Benson, so that should tell you something else too. Anyways, Just a Race. What do I think of this album? I think it's awesome, honestly. It's definitely my go-to In Flames album. It's a really good one. As a matter of fact, this album came out the year I was born, so yeah. But yeah, I like everything about this album. Like, I'm sorry if I'm like rambling on. There's just so much to say about this album because I really love it. The first track, Moonshield, is an amazing album opener. It has this like acoustic guitar riffs at the beginning, which sound really good. And it goes right into the heavy, electric guitars. Yeah, Moonshield, very good. It's melodic and it's pretty catchy too. Track number 2 is the Jester's Dance, which is an instrumental. I would have liked this song or this instrumental a whole lot more if it was like later in the album, because I don't know about anyone else, but I don't like instrumentals in the first half of the album. I don't know, they just sound so much better when they're in the second half. But there is another instrumental that is in the second half. What's it called? Wayfarer, I think it's called. Yeah. But the Jester's Dance, pretty good for what it is. I think it's not bad. Nice little piece of music in there. Artifacts of the Black Rain, probably my favorite track on this record. I think it's excellent. I think it does, it's more fast-paced guitar riffs and just like very good stuff. Graveland is another pretty good track, I guess. Not really one of my favorites, but it's not bad. I like the drum work that's put into that track. And I want to skip over to the title track, the Jester Race. It's another really good song. I like the intro to that song. It's starts off kind of soft and it gets heavier in the track. I don't know. This album's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's one of my favorites from In Flames, so I gotta give it props for that. This is actually the Black Ash Inheritance edition. Comes with some extra stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you have the Black Ash Inheritance version, you would know. It's pretty straightforward. Like, it's, you know, your usual guitars, drums, vocals, but they did an excellent job at it. I mean, it's not ordinary by any means, because I think it is good. This is definitely a great melodic death metal album. One of my favorite melodic death metal albums. So, yeah, if you like melodic death metal, haven't really checked out In Flames yet, I do recommend their album, The Jester Race. You'll probably find some enjoyment out of it. And would The Jester Race be a good start for people who want to check out this band? I would say yes, but I think it depends on the music you're into. But at the same time, you gotta know what In Flames sound is like. Like if you're a metalhead, you might want to start off with this album. But if you're like a rocker or maybe any other type of genre, then I would check out their new stuff. Maybe like Siren Charms or Battles, even though those are probably my two least favorite In Flames albums. Because not just me being a metalhead, but that was not originally In Flames sound. Like, you can't truly be an In Flames fan if you don't like Jester Race, I feel like. But if you don't like screaming, then I don't know. You better get some better music taste, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah. That's the Jester Race. I highly recommend it. You know, if you like guitars, you're gonna love this album, because this album has plenty of not only just brilliant guitar riffs, but like creative guitar riffs that are sometimes mellow, sometimes fast paced, and the vocals are pretty good too. This is like one of the heavier In Flames albums, so this is when, like, I think Anders had like a real growl in his voice. I think you'll find some enjoyment out of this album, because it's definitely worth a listen. It's worth your time. I do recommend it. Check it out if you have not already. So that's my review. I love this album. It's definitely good. Like I said, probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite In Flames album. You know. So yeah, I don't know what album I'm gonna review next. Probably, definitely another In Flames album. Probably Come Clarity, because I love that album too. I love it maybe just as much as The Jester Race. So yeah, can't wait to talk about that album. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Take care.